What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of What's Next. I have lost track of the episodes. I should have got that. Episode 16, yeah?
Stopped counting. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Episode 16 now. So welcome Carly, Purple Mama, and NsJR up the top here. I'm, of course, ScrubPhoenix. You all know me, so welcome to the show. We've got some exciting things to share with you all. So, how we doing?
Well, it's been a busy few weeks, hasn't it? We did have a bit of a break from What's Next last week. I've been a bit ill, and there's just been a lot going on with the league going and all the streams and busy. But I think we need to get back on it. So, do you want to talk a bit about what's been happening with the league, Ness?
Look, there's not much to say. Everything's on Next Tier TV, actually. You know, the launch for all the team games, all the fighting games, still going off. The League of Legends campaign has kicked off to an amazing start. The viewership, the engagement is over the charts. Rocket League as well, increasing engagement week to week, really strong competition. Haven't been able to get all the streams on the Sunday as we've intended, but you know, that's just how it goes. You're not going to always have all the players and all the teams participating on the same day. That's the good thing about NTEL, is that it's a bit flexible, and of course the fighting games are going strength to strength. They're still pushing through. We've just finished round 3 for Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition and Tekken 7, and Tekken 7, there's not much more to say. It's one of the hypest rounds that we've had so far. We've had some of the best come in from ACT. We have representatives from WA, Queensland, Victoria. DF1 Luna is leading the charge, looking like he's not going to be stopped for this season. So Intel's going strength to strength. It's just about keeping it consistent. And you know, just like the community is really just organically doing its thing right now. So.
Yeah, I think there have been a few technical difficulties in the streams, but it's early days. I think we're only 3 weeks in now. Is it? 3 weeks. Yeah. So I think we'll iron out all those wrinkles, and I'm sure we'll keep going strong.
Yeah, I mean, we're always going to encounter some.
Were there some technical issues? Were there, or?
Yeah, last night I had a bit of issues with the my headset cutting out. And when that cut out, it sort of cut out the whole sound. So I do apologise for that, everyone, if you were tuning in. And yeah, so, but hey, the game didn't go down, so that's the main thing. So hope you enjoyed the action. Big shout out also to, well, going back to League of Legends. League of Legends, geez, 1.2 thousand we got reach on that one. That was insane. I think Chris Pilling actually told me that we broke a record or something within the LoL community. So wow, it's great to see these these streams, the multi-networking, people sharing the posts, as well as sponsors as well. It's all happening.
Dave, I don't think that is a true representation of the engagement either. I think that 1.2 is actually a low number. I don't think that's a high number at all. If you watch the analytics carefully, even fighting games such as Smash and Tekken are pushing well into the 3,000 to 4,000 reach, and a consistent engagement on the night. You have a higher concurrent viewership for League of Legends. You have a few more shares. I think we just need to get the team sharing a little bit more. I think there's a lot more happening on the League of Legends streams than that. I honestly do.
I think I agree. Look, I was just going off some stats that I read on Facebook before.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I think that the analytics that we're looking at on just Next Tier TV or whatever, I don't think they're entirely correct. I think we're doing a lot better than that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's only from one source as well. So yes, you are right there. And look, some contributing factors that really play part in, I think, the success of what these streams are getting. So for starters, of course the players participating. Obviously, that's going to get some viewers. But not only that, but the shoutcasting. The shoutcasting has been next level. Especially on League of Legends. I mean, there's some other shoutcasters that are learning how to do it and everything. But even myself, I mean, I'm still a bit of a rookie when it comes to shoutcasting, but it's all about just having fun and getting into it. And I think, that's really starting to show. And with League of Legends, especially, shout out to Cadius, Jackson Woodward. He makes our game sound pro. You listen to the games, you watch the games, you feel like you're watching a pro game, and that's what we want to see. That's the experience we want to give people with esports. It's great.
Yeah, I think it was really great to see some of our volunteers take part in the Australian Esports League webinar that was offered a few weeks ago to us. Really keen to sort of grow their skills and even move into the professional space with that. So it's really, really nice to see we've got some little local guys trying to do big things. So I think it's really nice that we can give them the opportunity to like hone their skills.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to City of Palmerston, AEL, Australian Esports League. Did a very good job with the webinars there and learnt a lot. And thank you to everyone that participated in that. So good opportunity for us in the NT as esports organisers.
Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
And also, no, that's fine. You raise a good point there with a lot of the local streamers, a lot of the local shoutcasters jumping on, and AEL and City of Palmerston putting on that webinar because, they've engaged AEL that have been doing it on a much bigger scale, and it's really good to know what the industry standards are at that level. So you can see it translate to, some of the people that participated in the streaming. Even the captains of the different games are jumping on. You have your Sean Oslers, you have your Azers, and over in League of Legends, you have Chris Strider Pilling, you have Billy Tojango, Liam Bladex is doing everything under the sun.
Wow.
Myself, like I'm not really a shoutcaster, but people like Mitch Magnet Man Furley, who also is not a shoutcaster, just getting in there and just doing his thing. So everyone's just coming around. But you're right. We're not trying to make comparisons, but Cadius Jackson Woodward is just on another level in terms of his ability to engage the audience and just really describe the play, but also the technical aspects of League of Legends. So just an asset to have.
Definitely.
Yeah, and a big thank you to all the guys week in, week out, helping us out running this season. So we wouldn't be able to do it without you. And big thank you from me personally and us as well. So yeah.
Awesome. So I guess we'll move on to our next topic. We've had some restrictions ease up. I don't think we're still completely back to normal, but I think we might have the opportunity to actually go out in public and be around other people now. So what do you guys think that means for next year?
We get to do stuff that we were planning at the beginning of the year before obviously COVID-19 hit. So I see it as a great opportunity. We can start planning ahead for a possible grand finals event, and also lock in gala dinner and things like that as well. So it's going to be great. We got some awesome opportunities. I mean, the games are in full swing now, so we can now forecast forward for a big event with our partners, our various partners out there that we may work with. Ness?
Look, I think that COVID in the immediate future presents some opportunities to explore other games, don't you think, Dave?
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that. There's been a bit of an interest in some different games. I mean, one particularly being Valorant, that just got released by Riot Games. Now that game has been exploded in popularity due to the fact that it's like this combination of Counter-Strike and has that hero aspect of it as well, or champions as they call them. But yeah, it's a great. We haven't got a shooter, and we've been wanting to have a shooter that's popular. I've reached out to a few sources, so those that are watching, we'll keep you tuned. I can't announce anything really yet on what's happening with Valorant, but just know that we have listened to you, and we might be able to get something happening soon.
Yeah, look, other than all of that, Dave, other than the things that we can't discuss, like the restrictions and the easing of the COVID presents an opportunity. So I think some of the things that I was alluding to is the fact that NTEL is going to have a break in July.
Yes.
Even though the team games are going to continue, there's going to be some capacity for live events. And like you said, you're going to talk to your partners, but I don't think we'll be looking at anything NTEL related.
We are going to separate them, I believe. Yeah, just for the purpose of keeping things consistent. Maybe some opportunities with some other games there. We've got to obviously see what we're able to do, see what we can, do with our volunteers. If you have any suggestions or you want to see a game that's played, reach out to us. We want to, do this for the community, for you guys. So, happy to see what we can do.
Yeah, I think the load during the season's pretty heavy with 3 to 4 streams a week. So fitting in any extra games during the season is tough. So that break in July is a really good opportunity to just try something else and jump on a new game and see what happens. I know the hype around Valorant's been huge. I haven't jumped on it yet, but I started watching it a little bit on Twitch last night just to see what it was about. Something I'm probably going to download and give a try.
That's awesome. So
are you going to we did a whole bunch of polls early in the season. I think it will be a good opportunity just to take a stock take before the NTEL takes a break, and maybe reach out to the community and say, look, what do you want to do? And see if you can pull some strings. Like, obviously everything's subject to getting approvals and getting permission and stuff like that, but we'll see. I think a large part of the community in terms of MOBA, in terms of the Rocket League Division fighting games, are their expectations are being met, if not exceeded. So it'll be a good chance to kind of pick up the slack on some of the other communities. Like Fortnite are always asking, FPS are always asking. So we hear you guys. David did put out some requests for people to kind of be the stakeholder, the key member to kind of drive the FPS community, but different circumstances. It hasn't really been someone that's popped up in the community kind of drive home that FPS division. So anyway, David and all of us are definitely hearing you. It's just about getting some of the people to get involved as well.
So if you are a passionate what can I say? If you think that you may be that person that wants to help lead the community in that genre of FPS, Valorant, good example. If you are the person that maybe you want to play, you can still play and help us out. So just reach out to us. We want someone like you. We want your talent. Because not only that, having someone, and Ness is a good example, fighting games, leading that community and having that relatability. I mean, I'm the founder, but I've always found it difficult to be in every single piece of the pie, if that makes sense, because it's just hard to. I just can't get on everyone's level at times. So if you have someone like Ness, someone like Liam, that extra people can relate to, it does build the community. We've proven that. It's time and time again that's what we need. So for FPS, Valorant, that's what we need.
It's definitely not a one-man job, so if you're out there, we need all the help we can get. We spoke briefly about the things City of Palmerston and the Australian Esports League were putting on, but there is another thing that's coming up. They're putting on a Palmy Cup, which is actually interesting. I think the Rocket League is 1v1, which is different to what we do. I don't think I'm entering. I'm not entering the 1v1s. And what was the other game they had in the cup? Was it League of Legends?
I'm not actually sure, sorry.
I can't
Super
remember.
Smash.
Super Smash. I knew it was another one that we had on as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was a fighting one, good luck to everyone that's competing. Make sure you head over to their website. Might chuck a link in here somewhere for you to visit them and show them some love. Look, we're all trying to build the esports community. We're all in this together, I think, and it's great that we're getting some more esports activity in the Northern Territory. It's great to see. Rising tide lifts all ships, right? So
it's just a massive opportunity. It's just there's AEL. They're conducting esports competitions over in the Palmy Cup. Be the first to win the inaugural Palmy Cup. just check all the links. You know, David will post it up. But you know, other than that, other than the other esports competitions, I think the one thing that you mentioned, Carly, you were saying, you know, it's not a one-man show.
No.
I think it's not a one-person show. I
Oh,
think there needs to
sorry.
be more Carly Browns in here. I think there needs to be more female representatives, because
I need
I
some
think
girlfriends.
you need some.
Just
You
as-
need some.
I do.
Is there anything that you've seen in the space, Carly, that you think, oh, you might be able to put on, or you might be able to consider in terms of increasing, you know, girls and female representation in the esports community?
Yeah, look, I know down south there have been some sort of female gaming groups pop up. I think there's someone in Adelaide that's doing something. I was going to reach out to them and see if we could sort of replicate what they're doing up here, or even have them come up if possible. But yeah, it's really tricky. I think last night we actually had one of the guys in the Rocket League team I was playing, their girlfriend was a sub. So I think that's like the first time we've had two girls playing at the
Yeah.
same time.
That's
That's 100% increase.
Yeah. Groundbreaking event. So yeah, I know the girls are out there. I know the girls are gaming. I think it's really hard to stand out, and I think it's so male dominated, and you don't see a lot of girls in the professional space, it's kind of sad. So I don't know if I don't know what it is that's holding the girls back, but I really encourage them to get involved. And I know there's a lot of girls in the cosplay space and a lot of girls in the streaming space. So if you're out there, I haven't met any really in the territory. We've had a couple on board as volunteers. But yeah, I'd love to see more girls just get involved.
It might be a good idea to link up with Paige, actually, because she was part of a couple of teams. They did some girls in gaming, and she was one of, from what I understand, a really good player in her division or in her age group for Overwatch. So I don't know, it might be time. I don't know. We might reach out to you, Paige. Might reach out to you at some point. But anyway, it's just something to point out, I think.
Yeah, definitely something that needs to be pushed a little harder. So I'm gonna do my best. I think even with the supported streamers, everyone in the group so far is male. So I definitely encourage more girls to get into streaming. So if anyone's interested but needs a little bit of help or needs a push or even just technical setup, just get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to sit down and help you set up your stream.
Do you reckon it could be something we could talk to Dave about and put something on in the NTEL break or something?
Possibly, yeah. And I think now that we can actually do the face-to-face things, we could look at doing a bit of a group session and a bit of a workshop. We could do that.
Yeah, I think some. I mean, when you think about the players that are out there and actually put time into games, you're finding, you know, a lot of guys, you know, get into the games. They get into the fighting games. They get good at the games, and they want to compete. I think it's about bringing them in a way that's not as intimidating for them, so they can feel welcomed. And that's something I've been trying to figure out. Like, obviously a lot is going on, but I have thought about that. How can I get more females involved in this? It's just, but what has worked in saying that is my ability to get out to sponsors and just get that sort of, I guess, awareness. So they may not be involved, but at least they're gonna know about it. So in some way or another, they're just gonna go, wow, all right, well that's esports. But it's about going that next level, and maybe we can work something out, Carly, and getting some more females involved.
Definitely.
Possibly by leveraging with our sponsors as well, because they might want to do something as well there. So anything's possible.
Something to think about. If anyone out there has any ideas, throw them our way. Seriously, we're not afraid of getting some advice and suggestions or anything. Throw it our way. What have you got, Ness?
Is that a little puppy?
My heart. My heart. Oh, she's so cute.
Little Dottie, I think she wants some food or something. So, but anyway. Too many
Like a
distractions.
little
She can
caramel
go away,
chip.
Dottie. Go away,
cute.
Dottie.
Oh, that's the cutest dog I've seen in my life, besides mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Where are
what
we?
do have next?
What have we got?
Uh,
Dave, this one's you.
mm.
NTK.
Oh, I didn't think we'd be talking about
Is
NTK
it-
on what's next, but anyway, look,
Let's talk about it. Is it coming back?
NTK was shelved obviously because all the venues shut down on the 31st of March, a few months ago now. So what's happened is now that everything's starting to open up, I have been getting some interest from some venues. Not this, well, I can't sort of spill anything yet, but I can say that there is interest with Six Tanks because they are very keen to get up and running with things.
Nice.
So that will possibly be on Thursday nights, but I will definitely be announcing that once I get the go ahead. There, you know, all the venues are having like team meetings and all that kind of thing. So, you know, I'm sort of at the mercy of what they want, but I will be pushing it because it was a great thing to have, and I will be eventually looking for possible employees to actually run the show. But you'll be trained in the magnificent host arts of myself. You'll be entertaining, and yeah, I'm not just going to put anyone on. It's going to be the NTK experience. So, yeah, NTK. If you are interested in being a karaoke host, I guess let me know. Want to hear from you. If you don't have to be able to sing, you just have to be able to put names in and call them out and be a bit, you know, entertaining. Don't be boring. Similar to shoutcasting, actually. You're sort of, yeah.
Kind of, but not really.
Kind of, but not really. Like you are.
Are you doing a recruitment drive, Dave?
I think he is. I think that's what's happening. Let's lock in some venues for the return first, hey? And then
more information soon, everyone. More information soon, and yes, I will shout out if you once we get some things going.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it coming back. I had some great nights out at karaoke. It was really fun.
Shout out to all the karaoke. I might actually post this on NTK this episode as well, this special episode, because they'll be wanting to know what's going on as well. So sort of left them a bit quiet.
Some karaoke.
They'll be able to get the crew back together and sing some songs.
Yeah, that's it. It's all good fun.
Nice. Next on the list we've got Next Tier events. So we're talking about all the brands today.
Yeah, we're going full Next Tier. Wow.
Let's just...
So yeah, look, we've just touched base with Dream Media there. Big thank you to Ness for heading to that meeting on my behalf. And yes, shout outs to Dream Media as well. They've been very welcoming to what we're doing on the Next Tier side. Obviously, I come up with this crazy idea, as I usually do, for waitful movies. And for those that don't know, that actually got a popular vote last year for this. It's like a grant submission award thing. Basically, the City of Darwin were looking at ways to transform the public spaces. And yeah, there was like 20 ideas put forward by various people, and yeah, my one got some pretty good votes. So yeah, going ahead with that.
I think that from what I've seen, and I've only really been recently helping you out, Dave, but I think you've put in a lot of work over the last few months to develop this idea. And I think more recently you've just touched base with Dream Media, so there's some things working in the background. Dream Media, they can run events like this like no issue. There's been a lot of work. Nothing's confirmed, but you've progressed it to the point where you have the right people in the same room talking to each other. Whether it materializes or not is neither here nor there. You can't confirm, but I think the right people are in the right room. The conditions, the restrictions are starting to be lifted. We just entered into stage 3. Or whatever it is on the roadmap to the new normal. So a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are lining up that suggest maybe it will happen. So
yeah, there's some good things pointing towards it.
Yeah, you need to. I think people just need to understand that even though you're not just doing Next Tier Esports, there's also karaoke, there's also events, and there's a lot of work in the background. So you know, I just want people to understand that it's not just David running around and just confused. There's a lot of things going on. And yeah, they should know that. They should know that you're not, twiddling your thumbs at the wave pool ideas just sitting in the background, So
Wave pool.
yeah.
No, it's yeah. Thanks for that. And look, yeah, it's yeah. I don't have anything else to say. Thank you, Ness. That's yeah. Look, get behind that. As soon as that's announced, everyone share with your friends. And I think that's going to be something even the government would love to see. People going out and supporting business. Just this massive event at the wave pool. Wow. If I can get the licensing for it. So one option was Jaws, but that is MMA rated. The next one was some sort of family movie like Finding Nemo or something. I don't know. The water. But one that I really want to see is the Iron Man. Marvel's Iron Man, the first one. Marvel Cinematic Universe. If I can get commercial rights to that one, to play that one, that's the one that's going to happen. Because I know.
I felt like you had a bit of a theme until you said Iron Man.
Wow.
I'm confused.
Yeah. I just think it'd be really cool to watch them on the. I don't know. Let us know your comments.
Is this wave pool event just for David?
I feel like it is.
I'm just gonna be sitting in there, just. Yeah, this is the way.
My dream has become reality.
No. I'll probably be off on the side somewhere.
Floating Iron Man like floaties. Like, yeah.
So yes, nothing confirmed yet, guys. Just we'll lock things in. Hopefully, like Ness said, we're talking to the right people. So see what happens. Lots happening. But yeah.
Hi. I think is that everything we had to talk about?
No special guests tonight. Today. I don't
No
think.
special guests. No.
Yeah, well, I think we've all been talking about the purpose of what's next, and just for everyone else that's watching week to week, we've done what we needed to do. We've kicked off NTEL, it's running, it's operating, and now is an opportunity for the spotlight to be put on anyone else. So if anyone else is doing anything in the streaming game that's a local and wants to get involved, get interviewed and have some exposure through these networks, that's what this is about, I think. So I think David wants to expand things, talk about karaoke, talk about events. If you're a singer, if you're passionate about that, if you're a streamer, a gamer, and you haven't really engaged with the local community, I think this is what it's about. So
I do actually have a streamer half lined up for an interview.
Oh, that's it.
What's
That's
this
exactly
space?
what we're talking
And her
about.
name's Purple Mama.
No, I'm not going to interview myself. Although
That'd be funny.
I just passed 200 followers, so I'm like super excited.
Wow.
The person that I want to interview,
Drop.
the person I want to interview actually has over 1,000 followers and he's local. He's from the territory. ZZ Full. He's actually really great. He plays Escape from Tarkov all the time. He's so good. So I really want to get him on the show.
Nice.
So I'll touch base with him and see if we can get him next week.
Speaking of followers, we actually are at about 60 followers, I think, 60 something on Next Tier TV. So if you are watching, make sure you give that a follow, because then we'll be able to get those stars and all that cool stuff that Facebook Gaming has. A little bit different to Twitch, but yeah, make sure you tune into NTEL and follow that.
Nice. I was thinking actually about what you feel. So now that we've been doing it a few weeks, sorry, I'm starting up a new conversation. Now that we've been going a few weeks, what your opinion is about the Facebook versus Twitch streaming? Do you feel like it's better or different, or
Yeah, I reckon
thoughts?
it's pretty good. Knowing, for the fact that I can be somewhere, start the stream, and the broadcast can start somewhere else. I think that's a pretty good feature. I think you can do that with just by giving the stream key to someone with Twitch, but this is a way you can actually post a post out directly to Facebook, and then the audience can literally just instantly get into it. I think that's something Facebook does have over Twitch.
And having the watch parties on the different groups as well.
That's right. That's another thing. The networking ability. So people that might not have liked or known about Next Tier TV, they would have liked the Facebook page. So a bit of a strategy was to cross-post. They call it cross-posting and sharing. So, and then props to the NT fighting game community as well. So they shared it on theirs. So we get this networking viewers and organic reach. It's just great.
Yeah, I think Facebook is a bit more discoverable as well, so that's helpful.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's been
I
really
think
good.
if you want trending, if you're trending and you've got a viewership, I think Twitch has the scene. You know, it already has an established gaming community that will feed off each other. But if you're streaming esports, but you're trying to reach the non-endemics, as Chris Smith would say, you know, the non-endemics, you're talking about people that have no idea what Twitch is. And I think you said, David, that you are limited to some extent now that Facebook Gaming's popped up. It's hard to cross-stream Twitch and Facebook.
Yeah.
Right? So,
that's right.
look, I think that just the early days, it's only round 2, round 3, and collectively, eyeballs on just one of the fighting games, say Tekken as an example, collectively, we have concurrent viewers of 10, 15 a night, and engagement throughout the whole night, and then the collective views, even though they might not necessarily be in-depth views that are longer than a few seconds, the exposure and the reach that you're getting exceeds 10 to 15,000 collectively. It's only been 3 weeks, so we would never get that on Twitch. That wouldn't happen. Our sponsors wouldn't even see what was going on.
Sponsors as well. Every single post has the sponsors tagged in it. Every single NTEL post, it's my promise to them to get them tagged, and so that gives them that exposure and that love that we want to give them with them sponsoring us. So yeah, it's great, and then they can get a direct see of who's tuning in, and the sponsor shoutouts have been awesome. I tell you what, they've been awesome. The shoutcast have been doing a really good job promoting.
It's a long list.
It's a long list, yeah. No, it's great.
So I guess we should shout out our major sponsors, Pauls and Oak. Thank you for being our major sponsors of the league. I don't have one today. I'm really sorry. I actually did drink one on my own stream the first round that we played Rocket League, so I had a bit of a cheeky iced coffee on the side there while I streamed the game. I'll have to snippet some highlights for you.
Nice. So yes, Pauls and Oak. For those that have won a free Pauls and Oak, I do apologise. There had been a bit of a supply and getting the supply sorted. I was meant to pick some up, but we've got your names on the list, and we're gonna reach out to you very soon for your free giveaway, and we'll organise that. So hang with us. We have got your names down. Just get those to you. So all right. So I guess the other sponsors, we have Origin Kebabs in Palmerston. Slap On Prints, Fresh Point Cafe, we have Blizzard Aircon and Tea, Wicked Energy, Tip Top Snack Bar. Can I do these off the top of my head?
You really need to just write a list out, Dave.
I
cannot
list them off the top of my head. There's just so many of them.
We'll have them up on the
I just put them on the screen. I do apologise, but so many things to remember.
So many. All right. Well, I guess that's a good place to wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for
Thank you.
chatting.
Thank you.
I guess
For another episode, I think things are going to be a little bit different moving forward. Who knows? Like we mentioned, we might be talking about other activities, bringing on a few different guests that aren't necessarily doing NTEL. Might talk about events that you guys want to do, maybe even item reviews. Like why don't you talk to Wicked Energy, get some of the supplements and do a rundown, let's switch it up a bit.
Yeah, and I think so. We didn't actually mention the highlights and the results from NTEL that we have been doing as part of What's Next are going to be recorded and posted separately. That's what's happening.
If you do want to watch the highlights or watch the replays, they're literally directly on Next Tier TV. So fb.gg /Next Tier TV. So all of the games are there. They haven't moved since we've started them, so go watch them and notice how awesome they are.
Awesome. So come on, join our streams next time we're live. Follow our pages on Facebook and do all that stuff. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week on What's Next.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.